So a quick background on us and our company. Company's name is called Agent Attraction IO. So our company's name is literally what we do, right? Agent attraction. We help with agent attraction and we have a very unique process. But a quick background. I mean, back in 2019, I had started a company and it was called generateagentleads.com, right? And that was what we were initially called. And the reason why you should listen to us is simple, right? So we actually sold 1,100 plus digital products to the real estate market on lead generation and marketing. This product was called the Digital Agent Accelerator. This will all make sense later as you watch this video. Now, selling digital products, I made $10 million online in less than 5 years selling digital products to real estate agents. Now, why is this important? It'll make sense in a little bit. But really, I'm just sharing this not to flaunt, but to really show you that I've done this for a long enough time. I built an 8-figure company selling digital products to real estate agents. And I think that no one in the industry comes clear in terms of selling digital products to real estate agents as at the level that we do, right? So what we've actually done as well is we've worked with some of the biggest names in terms of agent attraction in the entire industry. Real estate brokerages and their presidents come work with us, right? So one of the biggest cloud-based real estate brokerages, one of their presidents is actively working with us and crushing it. Now, some of the people you see on your newsfeed, you probably saw some of our ads, and the big names we work with, like a lot of them, we're not actually able to share them outside, right? We can't name drop everyone. You'll probably see them on the back end though, as your client, but we help them grow their brokerages, their agent counts. We help them really achieve financial freedom as well, which will really make sense in the next few minutes here. But really, we help them attract agents with their downline numbers growing, their revenue share growing, their passive income growing, and just helping them attract A players in general. And we've done it all, right? So, how are we actually born? So here's the thing, right? We built a consulting company and it was helping real estate agents with lead generation and marketing before this, right? Before the agent attraction era. I'm going to really give you my story here. And a lot of our top clients, they came to us. They wanted to build teams and brokerages, right? They needed help with recruiting more agents, the access for help. And we're like, you know what? Okay, yeah, we'll help you guys out. We'll help you do a done for you recruiting service, right? So we launched the recruiting arm of our company and, we help recruit agents to our clients' teams and their brokerages. We did the whole like LinkedIn automation stuff, which, keep in mind, it's not even legal for most cloud-based brokerages. We did the whole running recruiting ads directly. We did, cold email. We hired callers. We were like an outsourced recruiting service, sort of like the ones out there already existing in the market. And what we realized was, look, like when it comes to recruiting agents, right? Like you can recruit real estate agents, but you can't just recruit agents and chase them. Like a lot of our clients, they were struggling with like better offerings out there. A lot of revenue share brokerages, which chances are you might be part of, were popping up, and they had a lot of big marketing budgets, and this had a better offer in general. And a lot of our clients that were just trying to recruit their independent brokerages or teams, they were struggling, right? And then we actually realized that we had to now do a consulting and a recruiting arm of our company. And we had to change things up. Like you can't just recruit agents and put the numbers game. Like, yeah, you might be able to get some people, but if everyone's doing the same thing in the industry, thousands of people, I mean, you're up against an uphill battle, right? Because attraction is really the name of the game, right? It's very hard to recruit. It's just chasing. People come and they go for the exact same reason how you recruited them, right? And there's not really a personal connection there. So that's why like a lot of recruiting services don't really work. Might I add on that for a lot of revenue share brokerages, it's actually illegal to use them, right? So we started beta testing a lot of different things. We started offering, a free digital product in exchange for partnership as an attraction magnet. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, my broker doesn't allow it. I'll get to that part shortly, right? But this is for like the people that were like independent brokers and teams, and I'll tie it all together for the agent attractors out there and revenue share brokerages, right? But this actually worked, but the results were mixed, right? Because there's a high turnover rate. The agents were really not that committed, and it was very hard to differentiate ourselves, right? It looks like a commodity. You can't really run ads to get agents to book with you because you're not, ads are expensive, right? And if you're giving something away for free, you can't run ads, right? Unless you have like big pockets. And even then, I mean, if you're trying to recruit people, you want to do it with the least amount of risk possible, right? Because recruiting is risky. Although it's very high leverage, it is very, very risky to attract and recruit agents at scale. And, there's a reason why a lot of like the traditional brokerages right now, the one that I see, it's very hard for them to sustain a profitable business model because they're spending so much money on recruiters and everything and just a recruiting model, and they have all these fees, and that's why a lot of them are really being overtook by a lot of these newer tech enabled brokerages, these tech companies in the cloud space, revenue share space. And that's why I'm a big proponent of those as well, right? But again, like you can't just really rely on agent recruiting and agent attraction as a side activity and let it run autopilot. So we actually had a breakthrough insight. This breakthrough insight was this: if we positioned our agents that wanted this recruiting and agent attraction, basically they want to recruit more agents to their team and their independent brokerages and their boutique brokerages, they came to us. And what if we positioned them as a way to get agents coming to them as opposed to them going to the agents? What would the difference be? Because my company, I built a company doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month online, $3 million a year, and I technically attracted 1,000 plus real estate agents because my own company was sort of like a brokerage. My company, the lead generation and consulting and coaching company, was like a brokerage. It was helping agents with the problems that their brokerage was not able to solve for them, right? So the only difference is that they paid my company with a credit card, whereas they paid most brokerages with the commissions, right? The splits. So, for also a lot of our clients, when we told them as well, like instead of giving the digital product away for free, why don't you charge for it? And as a charging for it, it actually allowed them to have a really nice exit strategy. A lot of them ended up becoming digital product sellers online. They actually made way more money doing this as a side benefit than their production ever paid them. I mean, one of my top clients makes 300 grand a month, right? Not a coincidence. So a lot of our clients started charging upfront for digital products and increased the type of agents they brought in that were more committed and had a lot of loyalty, and they actually transformed agent attraction into a profitable strategy. It worked like way better than everything else, right? And we're like, wow, did we just really potentially change the real estate industry and the recruiting arm of the industry? Because we really thought about it. And for some of our clients, they didn't even charge either. They just recruited agents with the same strategy. That is fine. You don't have to charge for it. But when our clients did charge for it, everything changed because now they can run ads and now they can outspend all their competition. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dan Kennedy. He's like a big marketing legend and a business guru. He says, if you can outspend your competition, you will win in business. I mean, think about it, right? If you can outspend all your competitors' marketing, you can win. So if you charge for a digital product and use an attraction magnet, you can outspend everyone. Even if you're watching this right now in your independent brokerage, it still applies for you. But really, like a lot of my clients that are watching this are at revenue share brokerages trying to grow their revenue share networks and downlines. Nothing against independent brokerages, but you just have to change your model to really compete out there, right? So anyways, in 2023, clients in the downline game, in the revenue share game, the cloud-based brokerage game started reaching out to me because they were already clients. They bought my lead generation coaching program. They're like, Prab, I saw this whole recruiting thing you're doing. Do you think you can do it for me? So what we then realize is, the downline game, the recruiting game for downline and agent attraction is a little bit different. A lot more rules involved, but usually it's a lot more profitable for those people because they have a lot of compounding assets in their business, right? So then we realize that the real estate brokerages, there's a lot of them that are emerging. They're taking sort of the Keller Williams model and they're expanding upon it. And, tech is always emerging and it's always disrupting the industry. And the real estate industry right now is being disrupted by a lot of cloud-based revenue sharing brokerages. And it is driving away agents from traditional setups. Now, that doesn't mean that those brokerages in the traditional game are going to die off, but over time, we're going to see a big influx of these people at revenue share brokerages simply because the offer is better. And in business and marketing, the offer that is the strongest will win, right? So anyways, over 144,000 real estate agents, they switched brokerages in the last 12 months alone. So it's a big trend towards, a lot of agents shifting. And what you will see is that a lot of agents are now starting to realize that you can make money in other ways by scaling a downline. And the big legacy Remaxes or the Keller Williams are losing agents. And it's not even just the, the downline component. There's like a better offer with more tech, right? And that's a lot of things that a lot of older brokers are not able to compete on simply because their economics are not able to develop that tech. Anyways, the long story short is a lot of these cloud-based brokerages where revenue sharing models are appearing on to the game. And the thing is that the biggest agent attractors in that, the ones that are winning and they're making a lot of revenue share and passive income, usually are people that are selling paid digital products online. They're coaches, they're consultants, they're having big YouTube channels, of course, but they're usually selling a paid digital product or they have it as an attraction magnet. And this was our bread and butter. I mean, we sold 8 figures of digital products to real estate agents till date, right? And we've done it better than anyone else. I truly believe that we are some of the best marketers in the game when it comes to marketing towards real estate agents. I mean, our return on marketing has always been over 10x on cash, not on revenue, on cash. That's not me to flaunt. This is to really drop cold, hard facts. For those of you a little bit more savvy marketers watching this right now, on $100,000 a month on advertising budget, a 10x cash ROAS is extremely strong, right? And that's one of the things that we've been able to do consistently, right? So again, like I want to make sure I mention this, and we were the best at the game at this, right? So that's what we discovered. The attraction on demand system was like the way to go. That's what we really, came up with this term attraction on demand. Because you could turn on the faucet, you could attract agents, pack your calendars like nothing and not lose money. Because, this allowed us to then become the category king. Like right now, we don't really have any competitors. Because right now, the way we do things, I mean, like it's very hard for someone to come into the same thing as us, right? And now we're actually helping on people attract the right agents to their downline, their teams and brokerages, but also get paid to attract. As a side benefit, a lot of our clients are making life-changing income online selling the digital product. Is that optional? Yes. But most agents, they love it. I mean, one of my clients came in last week and he's already made $10,000. Another one of my clients makes $40,000 a month online. Another one of my clients that you saw in my ads makes $300,000 a month. Again, this is the world that you're going to be introduced to. This is the exciting world. And some of the biggest names in the recruiting and attraction game, they actually work with us behind the scenes. These are people that you probably see on your newsfeed, and these people, we're not actually allowed to share them. But keep in mind, a lot of them are working with us. And what we realize, if you're trying to attract agents, right, you can go ahead and do the whole cold calling stuff, which thousands of other people are doing, or you can actually be different and not burn yourself out and actually attract people to you that view you as an expert, that don't actually go ahead and just churn, that respect you, and you don't lose money in the process. And use this revolutionary model with the attraction on demand system to sell the pages or product and use that attraction magnet. Now, I will be sharing as well how this works for brokerages where maybe compliance is a thing because you can't really exchange the digital product. There's a lot of our clients that work at these brokerages. For example, Real Brokerage, awesome company. I will also be sharing that as well. Well, what made it successful? I mean, how we're unique. I mean, first thing is we get our clients to get paid to attract. Recruiting is expensive. It's extremely time consuming and it takes away from production as well, especially for an agent attractor, right? And again, like you want to have this in a way where you're just packing your calendar with appointments. You don't want to be spending 4 or 5 hours a day cold calling agents like everyone else out there is doing. No magic script out there is going to solve it. I mean, the biggest agent attraction in the game, either they did this way back today, and then they were introducing a new opportunity to people, and now it's saturated. So you have to do a new model, right? It's very exciting to make that revenue share income. It's very exciting. Don't get me wrong. It's compounding. It grows on its own, but you have to know the right way to do it. And we have now revolutionized it by having a getting paid to attract model. So you're getting paid, and you're getting the right agents that are coming to you on your account or book themselves in. So that's the first thing. Second thing is certainty, right? I mean, we've done this so long, and we've done it for so many people. Every single client that we launch makes a tremendous amount of money, and they also attract agents and they pack their calendar. We're that confident. That's why we make all these big claims online, right? Again, like if we make these big claims, can't back it up, we'll get some trouble on us, right? So again, we're very, very certain of what we do. The third thing is the chasing agent syndrome. You don't have to chase agents again, ever. They'll come to you. We're flipping the script on agent attraction, okay? Time. I mean, if you set up our system correctly, you can quite literally have agents packed on your calendar within a week's time. We've had agents come into our program, launch within less than 2 weeks, get their calendars packed with agents, and either they sell digital product or they just come. And here's the thing, you come to a place where an agent comes to you and they book themselves on your calendar, you're automatically someone of status. You can either get them to go ahead and partner with your brokerage or sell the pages or product. I'll cover the process down below, but the time frame, you get results quickly with us, right? The distribution. I mean, look, if you're trying to attract to your downline or revenue share network, you can attract everywhere. You can attract agents in Canada, USA. You're not limited to one area. And this allows you to just have a huge net. I mean, there's like 1.5 million, I think, real estate agents in the USA. There's tons of agents in Canada as well. You can also target Mexico. It doesn't matter, right? Like a lot of brokerages in the cloud-based space are expanding worldwide. This allows you to run ads everywhere. And look, you're not allowed to run ads to your downline, but this allows you to bypass that. So again, it's like a little secret nugget I'll give you guys. Next thing is speed. I mean, look, it's quick, right? If you want results quick, this is there, right? And the next thing is retention, right? So a lot of the agents you do attract, they're gonna come, and one of my clients once said this on an interview. It's on YouTube, on my channel, YouTube Agent Attraction Secrets. He's like, imagine you're getting paid up front for an agent to learn from you, and then after that, they actually learn the system, and then they also join your team. He's recruiting to his team, He's also at a revenue share brokerage, but he's also building a team as well. And he has a team of rock stars. And what he did is he's like, when I used to recruit agents, I'd have to spend a lot of time and money, do a lot of in-person stuff. Now this agent comes to me, he pays me thousands of dollars to learn this whole system. He learns how to book appointments for himself. So he becomes a top agent. And then when I ask him to join my team, he's actually someone that like values it. He almost views it as like a privilege. Now, look, like the retention aspect of this is the key, because one thing is attracting agents, one thing is retaining them. This is the way to retain agents, right? Our track record is insane. I mean, like we have clients that are making so much money where it's actually hard to believe that's how much money they make. That's why I try to get interviews with them, because like we don't want to make sure that we're lying out there. These people are coming in, they're putting their name out on YouTube, and they're not going to lie, right? We have a lot of people that are always hopping on my interviews with me, and I'm always interviewing them, picking their brain about agent attraction. These people are truly making this money. And I just urge you to open your mind for a second to understand this is possible. Now, we also have a 100% guarantee. The 100% guarantee is this. If you come and work with us and you don't get 10 appointments in a 7-day period, we will work with you free of charge. Our system's not cheap, but we'll continue to give you support. Until date, every single client that's launched has got 10 appointments or more per week. Keep that in mind. But that's the least of it. They also make a lot of money, and they also attract a lot of agents. Now, here's the thing. Most of our agents will attract about 27 to 33% at the minimum of the agents that sell the people that sell on digital product. Those people come in, and without really them asking anything, they just ask to partner with them. That's how our system really works, because there's so much trust and goodwill built when you sell a digital product. It positions you as like this larger than life figure. That's what you want, right? I mean, one of my marketing mentors, Perry Belcher, he said that the number one thing why people actually take action is status. They want to work with people of status, right? So when they work with you, there's status involved there, and you want to position yourself that way, and that's what our system allows you to do. So now actually we'll cover how it does work, because you're probably wondering, how does the system actually work? Well, a couple steps. So a lot of people out there use recruiting agencies. Maybe you've used them before to attract agents, right? They require you to spend a ton of time to reach out to agents, sell them on the opportunity, and hope you can actually turn into a profit down the line. Maybe like they close a couple of deals. Now, there's no guarantee those agents close the deal either, right? And a lot of them are just outsourcing. Like a lot of these recruiting agencies, they use like automated text messages, emails, cold calls, and a lot of times especially for revenue share folks, that's like actually illegal, by the way. Just a heads up, you can't do that, right? You can get kicked out of your brokerage. Don't recommend that. But also it doesn't work because you're chasing agents. Chasing people is not a good way to build a good relationship. We're in the relationship business, right? So this is the opposite what we do and how we differ, right? So we actually give you a way to fill your calendar. It's like a faucet with agents that are hungry to learn and grow their business. Agents book themselves with you. You don't have to cold call. You don't have to go ahead and cold email. You don't have to look at a job board and have LinkedIn automation, then, like even all that kind of stuff. This doesn't really work. These are not also recruiting calls either. Like when you book people on your calendar, they're not just recruiting calls. You can turn them into a recruiting call. We have scripts and we have a lot of resources on how to do that. But these agents come to you and they view you as the authority. This is the most important thing. If they view you as the authority, you have the leverage. And on this call, you have the opportunity to sell something to agents that'll be very, very valuable. This is something called a paid digital product. This will now allow you to get paid a sizable upfront profit and make the agent logically and organically want to join your organization. Now, the extra profit that you make now gets reinvested back into the ads to now fuel your appointments for next week and the next week and the next year. Because in the end of the day, the biggest agent attraction in the game, speak to the most amount of agents. You can either chase those amount of agents or attract them to your calendar. You decide. Now, Doug, look, you can go ahead and you don't have to sell the paid digital product either. You don't have to do that. Don't get me wrong. You could simply use this as a way to get agents booking on your calendar, working with you. We have clients doing this as well. Some companies don't allow this out there. You can't exchange the digital product for partnership, but this is a way to sell the, I always recommend that you do sell it to make the economic unit case worth it. At the very least as well, you'll make a ton of money online, right? But you also always attract agents. I mean, you get two benefits here, because a lot of agents, like I had one of my clients come in, Melanie, and she was like, I used to work 45 days to make a 10K commission check. I can now make that and then some more in 1 day or less from her laptop. So again, like you make that digital product income. That's optional. I just recommend you do it, because why wouldn't you want to have calendars packed with agents? And why would you want to lose money, right? That's the thing. Now, like I said, we have clients that do just uses to recruit agents only. They just pack their calendar and they just recruit directly. But that is up to you and what you want to do. Now, here's the thing, right? This breaks down into 3 key steps down below, right? And I'm gonna really cover that in detail. But we can help you attract agents to your downline without making you seem needy or wasting a time on energy on agents that may not even produce. And this is actually compliant because I know a lot of people from like real brokers will be like, oh, but you can't exchange this. That's not our culture. I get it. I 100%. I love the culture, by the way. But this is not how we're telling you to recruit. We're not telling you to be like, hey, here's a digital product. You'll only get this if you join my downline. You're not saying that, right? Or if you join my downline, you'll get this and whatever it is. We're not telling you to do that, right? This is a way for you to build a personal brand authority and you get paid in this process. Because look, you can either go ahead and become a YouTuber and spend years and spend a lot of money on all this production equipment and learning YouTube and also operating in a very saturated space. We can skip the line and do it our way. Now, here's the thing. This method, by the way, also, if you are watching this right now and you're brokerage or independent, it still does work for you, but you have to now pivot and be open-minded, okay? So step number 1 is going to help you craft a no-brainer offer. So there's some successful keys to attraction. First thing is you're going to be creating a valuable digital product offering, and then you're going to be conveying that value correctly, right? So the thing is that a lot of times the current market state is like a lot of one-on-one, right? A lot of cold calling, LinkedIn, mass emails, cold texts, right? Events, social media, stalking, right? Indeed and WiseHire. I mean, the thing is like a lot of the stuff as well is illegal. It's like a lot of people I see, they don't actually read their brokerage ICAs and they're actually going against it. So it's not really scalable. And it's like a full-time job with no guaranteed pay, right? And the thing is like you're in the game to sell real estate, of course, right? And like now you're doing a lot of this. So you're just shouting in a noisy room, right? Like a lot of times, you know, a lot of like people that are trying to attract agents, they just offer things like stock options, revenue share, cutting edge CRM, technology, free leads. And first of all, they're not actually good at explaining this process. But secondly, everyone's already heard it. The brokerage offerings are not just enough now. And even then as well, even if they are enough, and I understand a lot of brokers are innovating, a lot of times people just have like their guard is up because they don't want to hear it. So you have to like earn their trust and allow the people to come to you and view you as an expert. And then you can go ahead and attract, right? So the big issues right now is you seem telemarketing if you're doing it the old way, right? You put your reputation on the line. You seem sleazy, and it's a race to the bottom. I mean, if you compete on just perks, there's zero royalty, like or loyalty, right? Because there's like a new revenue share brokerage popping up every single day, and the thing is that you know people are going to leave for the exact same reason they came to you for. So you know the thing is that there's also this model is really unsustainable. Like with the churn and no guaranteed payoff, like it's just easy to burn out and give up. Like I saw a lot of agent attractors that come to our calls. They're like, yeah, I attract a lot of agents and recruit them. I cold call all day. But then the problem now is that they just left after a month, right? We literally had one of the guys that came onto our program. He's like, yeah, man, I recruited a guy on Friday. And on Monday, I got an email like, hey, man, it's not for me. And someone else offered me something else, right? This is what actually happened. So again, it can also be very time consuming because you're actually investing time in something that no compounding growth is involved. And nothing is multiplying over time. Right? So the thing is that one, you gotta have an offer that attracts agents for you. So what is the right vehicle, right? Because the offer is, there's 2 offers, right? One is offer to get agents to book with you on your calendar and the cold agents, not just warm agents, cold market all across North America or the world. And one offer is your actual brokerage offering, right? Now, sometimes your brokerage allows you to have like a specific downline offering or a group offering, and some brokerages don't. But again, we also teach that on our back end and how to structure a proper offer, right? Even for your brokerage and how to present it on an attraction call based off of the top agent attractions in the game and how they have their own attraction call and the scripts and everything. But the main thing I want to mention is you want to have an offer that gets agents booking with you, right? You want to have an offer that gets agents booking with you. And you want to have an offer as well that you can run paid ads to. You can't run paid ads to your revenue share network or your downline. That's illegal at every single brokerage, right? So you want to have a digital product offering. It yields immediate value, it generates profit, and it's like there's nearly endless scalability. It creates authority, it's one to many, and it brings committed agents. I mean, these are all the benefits. These are some of the benefits. There's way more, right? But I mean, to think about myself, I sold one digital product to 1,100 plus agents. I had like dozens and dozens of agents on my weekly Zoom calls that I was coaching, consulting. By the way, like this comes from someone that's not even been a licensed real estate agent. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. Right? And one of my own clients makes $40,000 a month, probably even more now, recruits dozens of agents every single year in a very short time period as well. Because one thing is recruiting dozens of agents and it might take you 2 years, but he's doing it in like a couple weeks time. And he literally sits on 8 to 12 Zoom calls a day. And I have an interview with him. He's like, dude, I have to turn away people. This is what ends up happening when you do this correctly. So now when you have the digital product offering, now you can actually go to step 2, which is actually marketing systems. So you can actually go ahead and have this offering, and you can use recruiters. Like a full-time KW recruiter makes like 70K a year at the very most, sometimes more, whatever it is. But it will never be good as selling as you. You're still chasing agents, right? And it's a low conversion rate based off traditional methods because everyone has recruiters out there. Everyone, right? And the new way is to run meta ads. This is attracting, right? This is actually getting, that's how you came to this video right now. We attracted you. Did we have to chase you? No. We showed you our ads. You booked a call, right? We attracted, right? So there's a one landing page with one video. It's reliable and predictable. That's it. You probably watch one video on our landing page. You booked a call and now you're at this video. This is attracting. This is magnetizing. This is magnetic marketing, right? So this is what you want to do as well when it comes to agent attraction. So the benefit is that the 24/7 digital salesperson, like right now, I'm one coffee deep, a large coffee from Starbucks. I'm wired and I'm at my best energy going ahead and presenting this to you. I can't do that every single day. It's very difficult. It's not scalable, right? So you can actually go ahead and do the same thing I'm doing and have a 24/7 digital salesperson, right? And it's always selling. And it's going to come to you versus chasing them, which is education-based marketing. Russell Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels, I'm not sure if you guys are aware with him, he built a $100 million per year company in less than 3 years by doing education-based marketing, something that you want to also do. Your offer gets in front of thousands of agents daily. Thousands. Our ads are seen by hundreds of thousands of agents every single month. Hundreds of thousands. You probably saw my face on your newsfeed or a business partner's face so many times. This is what you want to do as well for your own offer. And you can double the number of appointments with one change in daily budget. Like, I can go ahead and spend $1,000 a day or $2,000 a day. I can double my business with just one little button click. That's what you want to be able to do. As opposed to you going ahead and, I think about it this way. If you're cold calling agents for recruiting to EXP or Real Broker, whatever it is, I don't think you can cold call on most brokerages, right? I know you can probably do it at EXP, but you can't hire cold callers. That's illegal. So like you're capped on how many agents you can attract, right? And if you're now capped, like it's going to be very, very difficult. So the thing is, when you do it this way, you actually generate appointments with pre-framed agents. Like what I'm actually doing right now is I'm pre-framing you. And that's what you want to do as well, which I'll teach you as well on the back end. And then you actually own the system, which is, it's a hand on the faucet. We build the system in a way where you own it, right? Unlike companies like Zillow and Realtor.com, like the lead gen companies that'll just milk the cow with long-term monthly contracts, like that you're probably familiar with, we actually build a system in-house for you so you own it. It's plug and play. You use copy paste, fill in the blank funnels, ads and emails that have been proven by clients. Like everything is done for you. And the track record, I mean, look, like we spent over $2 million. I have actually spent over right now over $100,000 a month of my own money on marketing for this own company. So you guys can know that I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And that's a lot of money, right? Like marketing on Facebook. So obviously I'm spending that money because I'm not losing it, right? So again, this is why you're here as well. So we're gonna do the same thing for you. And if you put the work in, you can actually get things up and running in less than 5 days or less. And Meta only makes money when you make money, right? So again, like the incentives are aligned and you can speak to hundreds of agents a week if you do it correctly. I have some clients that are speaking to 60 to 100 agents per week. Like that's insane. And again, this stuff does work. The next thing is the scaling system. So once you have agents, right? So the thing is like now when you have the offer for the digital product, right? And you're having the marketing systems in place, the next thing is scaling system. So you can now reinvest the profit to increase the ad budget. You can delegate, you could pass the calls on to a team member and you could double the appointments. 2 appointments go to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. Now, look, this is a digital product side of the things, right? There's so many ways the attraction happens without even selling the digital product. Like a lot of our clients, they run so much Instagram ads that a lot of agents start reaching out to them. It's like, I want to work with you. And now that can be the easy attraction offering, right? But again, you're not going to be taking these calls. A closer can take the calls for you. The closer as well can push for an attraction call for you on your calendar, right? But the thing is, they're going to be selling the paid digital product. This is the main thing. This is how you're going to be making money while attracting. I mean, I don't really see another way out there that is as efficient and scalable as this. You can go ahead and cold call and burn yourself out and you can hear all the rejections out there. I mean, a lot of people that fill in applications to work with us, they're already having the objections out there from agents. Like, oh, I already heard about this, I'm done. Or you can do it this way. where not only can you get paid to attract, and if you wanted the side benefit, make a substantial amount of money online selling digital products, helping agents. At the same time, you can actually get a lot of attraction to your downline revenue share network. For those people that are selectively watching this as an independent brokerage, you want to change their model or boutique, this also works for you, right? So we will actually go ahead and help you with the digital product side. We'll also give you the secrets of attracting as well on the back end. We're actually going to give you the scripts on how to attract as many agents as possible. We can get 33% or more of the agents that buy from you into your downline. It's not a coincidence why our case studies are so strong, right? So we're going to teach you everything you need to have this whole ecosystem going for you. We get paid to attract. Folks, I truly think this is the best way to attract agents in the next few years. I think the whole industry is shifting towards, cloud-based revenue share models. I think in the next 5 or 10 years, there's definitely going to be a lot of tech-enabled brokerages and cloud-based companies emerging on the scene. I think a lot of smart people are entering. The real estate industry is due for a change. By the way, I'm not even tied to a revenue share brokerage. I'm telling you this right now, right? I'm so I understand the space so much. Not understand it so much. There's always things to learn, but I'm trying to say I've been in the space for so long where I've seen a lot of trends happening, and this is a big, big trend. And if you're on this trend right now, pat yourself on the back. You're definitely aligning yourself for some great years ahead. But when it comes to agent attraction, you have to innovate. And if you continue to do the same thing everyone else is doing, you're going to be left behind. In fact, there's a lot of new brokerages emerging every single day. And these are all brokerages having new models. Think about your own brokerage. You probably shifted different models and different revenue share plans already because everyone's competing against one another. And the person that's going to win is the one that's going to be the best marketer. And what we are going to be doing, you're going to be arming the next generation of the best agent attraction marketers in the entire industry. Our clients make a lot of money for a reason. So anyways, hopefully this video got you amped to give you some information about our company. If you want more information, watch our YouTube channel called Agent Attraction Secrets. We post YouTube videos consistently around the clock. A lot of questions you may already have are already being answered there. A lot of client case study interviews is there. So with that being said, that's pretty much it for this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.